Hey everyone, today in this video, I'm going to walk you through common dock maintenance for the Roborock Saros 20. If you're interested in the 20, the link to it will be in the video description, where you'll find links to our top robot vacuum, wet dry vacuum, and cordless vacuum picks, along with our daily vacuum deals website, so be sure to shop those links in the video description. So, here's a look at our beautiful station for our Saros 20. We'll start at the top and we'll just work our way down. Up at the top we have our dirty water tank and our clean water tank. Let's look at those tanks. Starting with the dirty water tank, we can open it up. And inside, simple and straightforward to take care of. Just wash and rinse this out after every use to prevent any sort of odor buildup. Now, what's interesting on our model here, we do not have anything in the center spot, but clearly it looks like they have a spot here to clip in, probably like some sort of silver ion module. Maybe yours has that. If it does, great. Usually they last, I think, like 6 months to a year. But anyways, maybe there's something we can add to this in the future. We're filming this before this model has been released, so maybe yours has it, ours doesn't. But wash and rinse this out. If you have a module in there, great. Use it, take advantage of that, and then replace it as needed. If you don't have one and you want to prevent odor, grab like a retainer or denture cleaning tablet. You can pop one in here, a little bit of mouthwash. Things like that go a long way to help prevent any odor from building up. That's going to be the dirty water tank for you. Then the clean water tank here, simple, straightforward, not much to it. So it looks like we do have a silver ion module here, which is awesome to see in the clean water tank. We have another spot here to clip in something else. I don't know if it's just a bigger one. Really interesting to see that in this tank, but pretty cool. So same thing, just keep that in there and then pop it out as needed when it's time to replace. So let's see if we can grab ours out of here. So I'm going to grab a flathead screwdriver to pull that tab, and then we can get it out. So there it is. Pretty sweet. So very easy to replace. And again, it looks like they just have the hardware for an even larger one in the future. With both tanks out of the way, let's take a look at the inside here. So a couple things to go over. There's two tiny holes right here. Those are drain holes. If you have any drips start to accumulate in here, they will drain out there. So make sure those holes are free from obstructions. And then you got 3 more holes right here to make sure they are free from obstructions as well. And for those wondering, I don't see any hardware on the side to add any sort of adapter to make this connect to an external water source, which is interesting. And here's a look at the backside for those that are thinking about that. Maybe I'm missing something here, but I'm not seeing it. Now we'll make our way further down the station. We have a removable cover. Just grab it from both sides and gently pull it out and away. That's going to reveal our solution tank here. Very easy to add your solution. Not much to it. And then just pop it right in there. And then our vacuum bag, very easy to grab, remove, and dispose of the old one. You can clean off in here. Grab a can of compressed air, give it a nice clean. Take your new vacuum bag if you want. You can write the date on it too to keep track. And then you just line everything up and gently press it right in place. And then we can take our cover. It's only going to go on one way. This side is going to be for the solution tank. And you'll have the text on the front for Roborock, so you know pretty easily how to line that up properly. And now further down, let's take a look. We have a removable ramp that's very easy to clean as needed. And then inside, this whole tray is removable. So they make this super simple. You can wash and rinse this out. You can even take out this tiny filter in there as well too. Wash, rinse, remove any debris, wipe everything down. You can dry it off and then just pop that right back in place. It snaps right in. And in here, not much to it. You can wipe down the sensor. You got your 2 charging contacts, so make sure those are working properly, free from any like hair or clogs or buildup. You have your little water jet right there. And then down here, this orange guy is where they suck up all the dirty water. So it's very, very important that this filter is always clean. You don't want anything, it should be filtering the large particles. You don't want anything to get in here to clog this orange tube. But visually inspect that tube, make sure it's free from any clogs. That'll always help. And you can wipe down in there with the tray removed. And then make sure your tray pops back in. The tube just goes right in there and it should be protected. And on this side right here, this is the self-empty channel. So you can always visually feel around and inspect in there for any debris. But very simple and straightforward. And that's it. There's not much to it. The station really does a good job maintaining itself.